Now we're going to do the facial bones of the skull. I'm going to start with the nasal bones, which are these two bones right here at the top. You can see them on this model a lot better, the two white bones. And then we have the vomer, which is this bottom bone right here, together with the perpendicular plate of the ethmoid right there. Together they make the bony nasal septum. And then we have the inferior nasal concha. So it's this flap on the bottom right here. So those two flaps, inferior nasal concha. And then we have the lacrimal bone. So the lacrimal bones right here, you can see it a lot better on this model. It's the orange bone right there. But if you're looking at the white bones, the sutures allow you to identify which bones you're looking at. And then we have the zygomatic bone, which is this bone right here. It looks like Texas. On this model, it's this yellow bone. And you have the different processes of it. You have the temporal process, which is right here because it connects with the temporal bone. You have the frontal process right here because it connects with the frontal bone, and then the maxillary process because it connects with the maxilla right there. Okay, now we have the palatine bones, which are right here. If you look at this model, you can identify them a lot better as this bone right, the bones right here. So that's the palatine bone. Now we have the maxilla. There's two bones that form the actual maxilla. These structures that ridge right here, those are the alveolar processes. So where the teeth go in right there, cause those bumps, the alveolar processes. And then on this model, you can see it a lot better. You have the infraorbital foramen. Infra means below, orbit means eye, so these are the foramen below the eye, so infraorbital foramen on both sides. Okay, and now we have the mandible. This structure right here is the coronoid process, and this structure right here is the condylar process. So make sure you get those straight. So coronoid process and condylar process. The condylar process articulates with the mandibular fossa of the temporal bone right here. Okay, and then we have the ramus, which is this structure right here, the body. The mental protuberance is front and center right there, and the mental foramen are these holes right here. Okay. And then the mandible also has alveolar processes as well. So those ridges where the teeth are, those are the alveolar process. And then this right here is the body of the mandible. So you have the ramus right there and the body. And the body is where the mental protuberance and the mental foramen are located.